Hi guys, and welcome to a very cold and windy Yorkshire day. I'm in my Nissan Leaf. It is now done over 40,000 miles. I've done a video every 10,000 miles from new. So in this one, I will, as usual, be checking the state of health of the batteries, because that's what people worry about the most. And I'll be telling you about some warranty problems that I've had. Fixed warranty problems, but ultimately something has gone wrong with the car. In the first 30,000 miles, nothing went wrong with the car at all. But now I have had got two faults now, actually, not just the one. One still needs fixing. And I'm also going to have a little bit of a rant, again, about Nissan. I'll start off with telling you about the warranty problems I've had. There's been two. One has yet to be resolved because I haven't told them about it, and the first one has been fixed. The one that's not fixed yet, it's this speaker down here, the door speaker. It started distorting quite badly, and now it basically works when it wants to. And when it does work, it sounds horrible. So that speaker's gone, basically. Not a major issue, but something I do obviously want fixing before the car goes out of warranty, which is, I don't know, in about 4 months or something like that for me. The other problem, which did mean a journey to Nissan, or rather a recovery to Nissan, on their recommendation. It didn't really need recovering, but that's what they said. Basically, any time I plugged the car in to charge, the fans at the front, which, as far as I know, just do the air conditioning system, nothing else really, because there's no radiator, of course, no engine. Anytime you plug the car in, the fans just went full pelt, and I mean like hurricane level. You could hear the car charging inside the house. It was basically, it got to the point it was too loud to plug the car in, especially at night time. So although I could charge and that worked, you couldn't charge. So I rung up Nissan and they recovered the car and took it to one of the dealers. Now this could have gone better, I think. Ultimately, I said, because this is, I won't say it's a common problem, but I've heard a few other people have this exact same problem. It's a temperature sensor. That's all it is. It's very straightforward fix. I knew what it was. I rung up and said, hi, it's doing this. I'm no mechanic, and of course you've got to check it yourself, but it's this temperature sensor. Change that temperature sensor, or at least look at it first to confirm that it's faulty. And they went, okay, then no problem. So they got the car on the Monday. And then on at the end of Tuesday, they rung me up and said, yeah, we still haven't figured out what the issue is. To which I went, it's that temperature sensor, please check it. Oh, okay then. Wednesday morning, I rung up and they said, oh, our, and I quote, master leaf technician is looking at the car. And then at the end of Wednesday, they rung up and said, good news, we've figured out what it is. It's a temperature sensor that's failed. It's like, for crying out loud. You obviously haven't listened to anything I've said here, have you? I told you it was that sensor. So anyway, Thursday, temperature sensor arrives at the wrong dealership. So of course, Friday, temperature sensor arrives, gets fit, fixes the problem. We finally get the car back because they wanted to do further testing on Saturday. So basically, to replace a temperature sensor, it took them 6 days, even though I told them what it was. That's all of the warranty issues. There are still no rattles at all in the car. That's brilliant. Oh, actually, the arse crack problem is still there. I'm not sure if you can see it from here. It's basically a divot, almost, well, a reverse divot that's coming up. It's obviously due to, once again, my immensely strong arse muscles as I work out. So yeah, that's pretty much it as far as the issues go. All fixed under warranty, of course, and even if it wasn't fixed under warranty, I would imagine that was a relatively cheap and easy to fix part yourself, probably. Now, a mini rant before I get onto the checking the battery health. It's about this thing here, the sat nav built into the car, which uses INRIX. Don't listen to it for what EV charging points are nearby. It's utterly useless for that. It doesn't even know some of the Nissan dealerships have chargers. But forgetting that, the problem I have is that this is a 2016 car. I have the Nissan Connect, not Car Wings, this is the Nissan Connect system, the newer one. And the maps are obviously from, I'm guessing, around 2016 in my car, because that's when I bought the car. I've just contacted Nissan as well as doing research online, and the latest map update for any Nissan Leaf, including the 40 kilowatt hour, the new one, so a Leaf 30 or a Leaf 40 or even the Leaf 24 actually, after 2016. If it's got the Nissan Connect rather than car wings, this applies to you. Every single one of those cars comes with the latest map updates from Nissan, which is from the second quarter of 2016. So they were selling a car at the end of 2018, a Nissan Leaf 40 kilowatt hour, flagship of the range, with a map from 2016, in fact the second quarter of 2016, and they are not doing any updates. That's as good as you're getting. Even if they were doing an update, they want £120 for it, but they're not. So you have a 2018 car and you've got a map from the first half of 2016 that will never be updated. I mean, for crying out loud, what are they playing at? But that's just leaving people out to dry. Again, I find it utterly ridiculous. I'm a big fan of this car. I even started a YouTube channel based on this car. I've had two. This is my second Leaf, and it'll be the last. The service costs have got up 50% in 2 years. The maps will never be updated. What are they doing? The Nissan Leaf E+, the one with the 64 kilowatt hour battery I think it is, and the quicker motor. Obviously it's the newer facelift if you like, but basically if you spec that with ProPilot, which is Nissan's equivalent of autonomous driving, it puts the list price of that car to just over £40,000. £40,000 for what used to be, in my head, a good value electric family car. 40 grand! Not only is that idiotic because it puts it beyond the Model 3 base when that comes out, but it also pushes it into the £350 a year UK road fund car tax bracket. So anybody that buys a Leaf E Plus with ProPilot will be paying £350 a year in car tax, basically, for the first 5 years, I think it is. Why did they just knock a few £100 off the list price and keep it at £39,950? I mean, it's just, there's no common sense going on with them at the moment. If you're looking at a 24 or 30 kilowatt hour Leaf, I cannot recommend them enough, especially on the used market. The residuals are immensely strong. It's been a ridiculously cheap car to run for me. I cannot fault it. £40,000 for a car which is a facelift of a car that came out in 2011. Okay, now let's check the state of health of the batteries, the one that people constantly bombard me with saying needs replacing every 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever. Well, this car is not that far off 3 years old and it's done 40,000 miles. It is effectively 40% of the way through its battery warranty, because on the 30s the battery warranty is 8 years or 100,000 miles, and that guarantees a minimum, I think, of 70 or 75% minimum health after 8 years or 100,000 miles. So you do not need to replace your batteries after 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or even 8 years, unless you do biblical miles. Anyway, in the 30,000 mile video when I checked this, and that was the last time I checked the health of the batteries, I think it was at 95.3 or 4% state of health. So 95.5%, say, state of health. So what, this is the Leaf Spy, which is going to tell me everything I need to know. Let's have a look. Here we go. I'm going to take a screenshot. The state of health of my batteries after 40,178 miles and over 2.5 years is 93.62%. So that means it's dropped about 1.8% in the last 10,000 miles. Is that right? Yeah, maybe up to 2%. Brilliant. I mean, after 40,000 miles, not, coming up to halfway through its battery warranty, not its battery life, its battery warranty, 93.62%. All these people that say batteries last 3 years, clearly not. Yeah, there we go. I think I'm going to have to think of a plan B with the sat nav if I ended up keeping the car for a lot longer than I anticipate. Of course, this car will be sold when the Tesla Model 3 turns up, which, as a first day reservation holder, I reckon I will be able to probably buy it, I suppose, or take delivery of one in the 3rd quarter of this year. But that will be the most expensive version, and I can't afford that. So I anticipate that I won't be getting my Model 3 until the I'm going to say 2nd quarter of 2020, which is what I always anticipated from day one, to be honest. So that doesn't bother me. So this car has still got another year at least with me, and that's probably going to be another maybe 20,000 miles on it before I sell it. So yeah, it's done good. This is the car, actually. I've just realised this car is the one I've done the most miles in ever, that I've ever owned. I've owned quite a lot of cars over the years. And, you know, I kind of get bored and like to change them every 1 to 3 years, but this one is the one I've done the most miles on. And let's face it, I charge at night when it's cheap for me, time of day tariff, and every 1,000 miles costs me about £13.50. £13.50 for 1,000 miles. Think about it. Right, that's it. We're pretty much done. Please let me know if you've got a Leaf. Have you had any warranty issues? Especially the fan thing. I've had a few people online mention that, so it's obviously more than just I won't call it a common thing again. It's been around. I think it's one thing which may happen to other people. So I'll keep an eye on that one. Let me know if you have any issues. Let me know what your Leaf has been like, or in fact any other car in terms of EV. Have you had a new speaker? Any other issues? The one thing which I'm half thinking I should mention is this window. It goes down all right. On its way back up again, it almost seems like it's having a stroke. Come on. There we go. You see what I mean? It's almost like it's struggling, but it's not. I mean, it always goes up and down with no issues. Is that normal? I don't know. Okay, well, thank you as always for watching, and please do subscribe. It does make a difference. If you want to chat with me in more detail, or even have an argument, then I'm on Twitter at EVManUK. Please follow me on there, and that's where I usually post a lot more stuff up and things coming up on the channel as well. Oh, and for those that do subscribe, I have just been given confirmation of the first ever car from a manufacturer, first ever press car, a proper manufacturer's press car from a proper manufacturer, a full electric one. I am getting one. Somebody out there, I won't say who yet, I'd rather wait until the video comes out. It won't be till May, but basically I've been given a car by a car manufacturer, a proper press car, for a full week. Me! I'm overjoyed. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. Hopefully this is the start of things, and we'll get to the point where manufacturers give me cars to review, because that's the hardest thing in the world. If you have an EV that I can drive by myself with no issues with insurance, or you know anybody that rents EVs out, I'm not including Zoes and Teslas, they're easy to rent. That's my biggest problem, getting hold of cars. So if you know where I can get hold of cars from and drive them without anybody else in the car, and I don't mean on third-party insurance, I mean insured as well, please do let me know, because that's the hardest thing for me to get hold of, the cars themselves. And ultimately, the most popular videos are of cars, not just me blabbing about them. So again, once more, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.